What's up guys, Claire here. So today I wanted to throw together just a quick short little video for tips that I have and that I've personally found super useful for getting into Mythic Plus for the first time, or if it's been a really long time playing. They're just things that I've used to grow and get better at the game, and I hope you guys find them useful and hope maybe you guys enjoy some of them. If you guys do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, but we're gonna jump right into the video right away. So this is only going to be a short video today, but I will go over the few tips I have for getting into Mythic Plus, either for the first time ever or for the first time in Shadowlands. Being someone who was very new to the game myself just last expansion, I know how hard it can be to find a group or friends or a guild to play with, which makes doing things like Mythic Plus all the scarier. But even as a solo player, pugging your way through stuff, you can reach some pretty exciting goals. Personally, in just my second Mythic Plus season ever, I was able to get Keystone Master and even got to do and time a few 16s and 17s. After I took a rather long break from WoW over the winter, I decided to jump right back into it, and on a new class even, and a new role. So I really do understand what it feels like to be a new player all over again. Alright, enough rambling, let's just jump right into my tips for getting into Mythic Plus as a new or an experienced player. First and foremost, I think the biggest tip I have is learning your class and spec fully. It doesn't matter what you play, any class or spec in the entire game is more than 100% capable of timing, even up to 15s with very little issue if played well. The most important thing is knowing how and when to use cooldowns and the utility your class brings. I know a lot of people think that because the highest end players are all playing the same class and spec, that's the only class you should play in Mythic Plus, but that's just not true on an average or even above average level. So really, play whatever you want to play, period. This point leads very nicely into my second, which is learning the dungeon boss mechanics and the difficult trash on lower difficulties. Run all the dungeons on Mythic 0 or even 2s and 3s and get really good feel for what things do. It's a lot easier learning what's happening around you when you aren't spending so much time learning what your class or spec does. And that's why I suggest this second after the other one. I'll be honest, I personally spend countless hours watching videos and reading guides on Wowhead about each and every dungeon, and still struggle with mechanics the first few times I see them in the actual dungeon. This one takes a long time and can feel very frustrating to get a grasp on, but it's also the one we have the most time to spend on. These dungeons and their mechanics are going to be around for a couple of years, so we can really take the time to fully learn them. It's totally okay if it takes you a season or even 2 or 3 even to fully get what everything does. It's all about learning and improving at your own pace. That's really it. Which leads on to my third point, studying. Now, I'm not saying you need to treat this like a job or study as if it's like a class, but a little bit of like recording and watching your own gameplay or watching higher level players can go a really long way. Sometimes watching back on your own gameplay, you'll be able to see, hey, maybe I actually did have time to pop that one cooldown here instead of saving it for the boss because we did it 4 minutes later. Or oops, I should pay attention for the ability because I didn't see it and now I just got one shot. Personally, I really enjoy watching back my own stuff to see where I made mistakes, but also to really see where, you make those sick plays and feel super proud of it. Seeing you made some wild save as a healer or some pulled off an amazing chain pull as a tank, or even just like as a DPS player and you dodged every mechanic perfectly but still pumped out insane numbers. All of that can feel super rewarding in my opinion. Which brings me to the final tip I have, which is self-evaluation. It's really good to take a step back and evaluate your own skill level and abilities. See where your strengths and weaknesses are and what you can do to shore up those weak points. We all can learn and improve, and the best way to see a growth in things like your Raider IO score or whatever metrics you're using is to grow yourself. But at the end of the day, it's a game. So do whatever that you do whatever you enjoy, whatever you have fun doing. That's really the most important part. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you found at least something useful here, and if you feel like I missed anything that people should know, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. Anything helps, and I appreciate all the support that I get. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.